So let me start by asking you a question. Do you have difficulty in choosing and sustaining healthy and secure relationships? Because I recently spoke to the members inside Follow Your Fire recently, and they shared some really common experiences about the challenges they face with being able to find or hold down a secure relationship. So perhaps you might notice as well a pattern of attracting toxic relationships, painful patterns, or when you're in a relationship, a cycle of just conflict and anxiety and upset. It doesn't feel safe and secure. So when this happens, I know that you can feel like you're in a hopeless loop of dating and being unhappy sometimes in a relationship. So I really wanted to share with you today the themes that came up in this conversation, because one, if you notice this, then it's going to give you some insight that there is something that you can do to break out of these patterns. You can change it so that you begin to attract healthier relationships, or that your current relationship can be deeper and more conscious and a happier experience, future relationships, whatever your situation is. So I'm trying to cater to plenty of you that find yourselves in these patterns. And before I share these common themes, hello, if you are new here, I'm Carly Ann, holistic attachment coach. I am a founder of Follow Your Fire, which is a membership for all things attachment styles and rediscovering yourself. It's a supportive community where you can be with people just like you, just like me, as you're on your journey to becoming secure. If you have been here before, hello, welcome back. I'm so pleased that you're getting what you need from this channel. If you have ideas of other things that you need and want to see, in fact, this goes to everyone, then please put the comments below. But yeah, I love to know that you're here. So any way that you can show me that you're watching this, so whether that's a subscribe, a like, a comment, then come and follow me on Instagram. I want to see it. Okay, so let me share these common challenges. I also do want to say that hearing other people's experiences, like healing in community, is so powerful. So I hope that that's a bonus that you get from this space here. So the first challenge one of our members shared is that they feel like they're getting the dates, but they struggle to transition to exclusive. And I hear this a lot. Many of the people that come to work with me actually talk about feeling like, they've not been in a long-term relationship, but they have dated. There is a pattern in how many dates that usually is or how long it lasts. They are relationships when two people are involved, but getting it to transition to exclusive can be really difficult, especially if there's a lot of insecurity, there's fear of attachment, there's fear of attachment loss. And we have this really strong desire for a relationship, but those unconscious drives are often leading the way. Second is, my main challenge is communication of my needs and hearing others without feeling like it's personal. This is so significant when it comes to becoming secure and holding down a secure relationship. How you express yourself and being able to express your needs and also hear that from the other person, so receiving as well, is such an important part of that. It's actually one of the key pillars that I talk about. So what happens when there's insecurities is that there tends to be a lot of indirect communication of your needs. So like sulking or expecting someone to mind read, as well as you mind reading. You're not able to hear their needs, especially if you are hyper focused or triggered. Someone shared with us, it's difficult finding the balance between explaining my needs and wondering if they are needy or just normal. How much do we hear this? Like, how many people watching this can relate to that? Finding the balance between explaining my needs, owning that you have needs, and knowing that it's not needy. What we're talking about here is, again, like the previous point, is how you express it. you can have your needs. You are not too needy. It's how we express that that can come across as needy, if that makes sense. Because I don't want anyone here to feel like you're too much, you're too crazy, you're needy. Been there, done that. But like I say, it's how you share it, and are you owning it? Do you own what your needs are? And another thing that I do with my clients is working with them so that you can first go inwards. You can hear those needs, because part of you is always chasing a need, especially when triggered. But for many, many reasons, they've often been covered up, or it doesn't feel safe for you to share them. I could do a whole video on just this. And so it's about reestablishing that connection with your needs and then how you communicate them. Next, this person has the insight. They said, I go for people who are emotionally unavailable so I don't have to deal with my own issues with intimacy. That's the insight there already. If you're unsure if that's one of the reasons, because people often don't realize that the reason you keep attracting people who are not available is because you are unavailable. It's a safer way of being. It's a safer way of being in relationships. It's just that we don't know that's what we're doing. I do have a video on this, actually, like signs that you're not as available as you think you are, that you might find useful. Just before I give you the final 3 shares from my members, I just want to take a moment and say, if you're getting anything from this channel, from my work, from this specific video, please just give it a like and a subscribe. It makes all the difference. Someone else out there, many people, are also experiencing these challenges that I'm talking about, and they won't find us, they won't find this community or me if we don't like and subscribe. So I know it seems really simple, but we're a community here, and there are people out there just like me, just like you. And I know possibly if you're watching this, you're in it. So to subscribe and like, might not feel like doing that right now, but it might help that one person that needs it as well right now. Okay, next, and I can definitely relate to this one. My challenge is looking for problems in trying to anticipate future problems. So often I witness people missing the joy of a date, or being with their partner, or having space away from their date or their partner, that sense of security, because they are anticipating what it means negatively. They're negatively predicting the future. And a lot of the times with the work that I'm doing and over in the membership, it's often negatively predicting how it's going to end, why it's not going to work out, what you've done wrong, how you've upset the other person. Or if it's more avoidant tendencies, negatively predicting that they're going to suffocate me and want all of my time, and I'm not going to be able to do X, Y, and Z or be independent. So I see this a lot. Learning to be in the now with, and letting things play out naturally, and collecting evidence of what's good, what's positive, what's going well, that can be really powerful. This person is talking about their progress as well. So when I look for relationships, the other person just isn't available. Now I have someone who likes me, who wants to show up, and it feels so different. It feels so different. When someone likes you, when someone wants to show up, that different feeling can be what suddenly sends us into shutdown, or getting the ick, or picking it apart. When it's a new feeling, we don't always accept that. There's ways around this. I literally work with people, and I'm trying to bring this more into the membership as well, in our kind of like ad hoc sessions and our trainings. But you have to teach yourself and show yourself what it is to feel secure, what it is to be liked, what it is to have compliments. Then it won't feel so different when someone comes into your life and wants to show up and wants to be there. And most importantly, that means that you are less likely to reject it. And the final share is, my partner finds me quite needy and dependent on her. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know if there's been a discussion, but I know it can be really common that one partner can feel like that, especially if their partner has an anxious attachment, and especially if they are more avoidant. But also a secure person can absolutely feel like, someone is too needy, dependent on them for their happiness. It's a lot of pressure if your partner looks to you for happiness or to be there all the time, to meet all of their needs. So it can be really challenging, and starting to find ways to just lean back a little bit, to enjoy a bit of space between you, to enjoy your independence, to follow your fire, to find what lights you up and other elements of your life that make you feel happy and fulfilled. That brings so much more joy to a relationship as well. Our anxious attachment doesn't always make us feel that way. So there you have it, 7 shares of common challenges from my members about getting into or sustaining a secure, healthy relationship. Secure and healthy relationships do not have to be as perfect as you might think. You can see one of my most recent videos where I outline what a healthier relationship looks like if that's something that you're not sure about. I think that's really important. I'm doing a lot over on secure attachment and what it looks like inside the membership right now, because that's our theme of the month. So it's June right now. Next, we're going to be doing a whole month on anxious attachment and then avoidant attachment. So you can come over there and learn lots more. It's all about education, community, and most importantly, embodiment. What we've spoken about today, you can find in the Reclaiming Healthy Relationships Masterclass, which is the one that we did on the 1st of June. And it was amazing. As you can see, we had these incredible shares. I hope that was useful. Leave a comment, let me know if it was. Do not forget, you are enough, you are lovable, you are so, so worthy, and you are irreplaceable.